Good afternoon, everyone. This is Tony from her Homestead Skills. Well, this morning was my second trip to the garden, and I mainly went there to tie down all the loose ground cover cloth that the wind had blown in every direction. And I did cut them quite long to take them home, so I will trim them back and have them for dinner tonight. Nothing better than having fresh vegetables from your garden. The nice thing about asparagus is once you've got it planted, it just keeps coming back, but it does take a few years to establish. So that is the waiting period. On the other hand, trees take even longer. So I'm lucky to have found a fig tree. Otherwise, it would have taken quite a few years to get the fig tree to where it actually produced any amount of figs to make it worthwhile. Anyway, after that, I decided to go hunting for a few items that I want to take back down south. Items that are easy for me to find here and probably a little more difficult there just because of the distance in order to get things, whereas here it's like 10 minutes away. Anyway, I also thought of getting Mark some snacks that he liked, some peanuts, and I went to one of the favored places that all they sell are all kinds of nuts, and unfortunately, I just had to take my jacket off there. I was starting to feel a bit warm here. But yes, unfortunately found them closed, which is too bad. And it is a chain of, I think they grow these peanuts in Ontario, but I'm not sure, but I believe they do. And the first time we ran across this company was out in Simcoe area, and I was surprised to find one fairly local to me and had been buying peanuts there on occasion. And sadly, this time they're gone. So then I hit Walmart, and Walmart had a couple of things that I was looking for. They have an international aisle here in Ontario. I don't know if Walmart has an international foods aisle everywhere. You know, they're usually pretty standard everywhere, but I've never looked for that aisle when I was in the US. But here they do, and it could be because of the influx of all the different peoples in this area. They have one aisle that is dedicated to international type foods, and oddly enough, I found the soy sauce that Mark likes, the only one that he likes. Now, I could have bought them from the Asian market as well, but I think that the last time that I spotted them at Walmart, they were actually cheaper at Walmart than they were at the Asian market. So I picked up 4 bottles, 2 for here and 2 to take down south. So now I've got that covered. So I've made a list of things that I want, and I went to Dollar Tree as well. And I don't know about your Dollar Tree in the US, but here now everything is $1.75. I suspect in the US everything is $1.50. I think even for me, buying things here would still be a little bit cheaper when you take into consideration the exchange. Our dollar isn't worth much of anything, sadly, so it becomes very costly for me to buy anything from the US at 30% on top, right on top, and there you have it. On the other hand, there's no way I could have bought a house with acreage here, so I'm not complaining at all. And gas prices, Mark really likes the fact that gas prices are still cheaper in the US than what they are here in Ontario. So you win some, you lose some. Some things cost more here, some things cost more there, and there's just no way of knowing which one it is until you actually go out to purchase them. So, but we're all good. You know, like I said, you can't really complain. Now, I did point out to Mark that apparently there is a new bill put forward by, I think it's, what's her name, Elise Stefanik. And this is a bill that was introduced in 2023, specifically for people like Mark and I that are allowed to live in the U.S. or stay in the U.S. as non-immigrants for 182 days. Now apparently that one fell, it just never went anywhere. And she's put it forward again. And it is for people who, like us, who own homes and over 50 years old, either own a home or lease a property in the U.S., Canadian citizens. And she's trying to extend the period that we are allowed to stay there from 182 days to 240, which would be awesome. If that bill passed, then I think we would look at really downsizing here in a big way, just finding someplace where we're here for a few months out of the year and spend most of our time in Alabama. But, you know, I think Mark is hoping that it could happen fairly quickly, and I'm not holding my breath because I think that the last one fell through, and that was 2 years ago. So it could happen within months, or it could be another 2 years, or it could go by the wayside again. But I think that the reason it was introduced again was because there are a lot of Canadians that are really fretting going to the U.S. based on everything that is required now. So anyway, once we determine if that one does if that bill does pass and if it is signed, but it does seem to have support. It's support from both parties, which is good. You know, both Democrats and the Republicans. So if it does pass, that means that we can certainly spend a whole lot more time in our Alabama home, which is what we prefer. So here we go. It's I'm still waiting for the sun to start shining. It's a bit cool here. So I'm spending my time running around, picking up a few odds and ends and trying to determine what am I missing. I mean, everything is available here. This apartment is full of everything, whereas that home I have like minuscule things, so much that I could bring down. But we don't want to do that until we've done a lot more renovation anyway, because the place definitely needs a lot of renovation. So kitchen stuff, really minimal, but you know, there are things that you want. I mean, even paper plates would work, but I like china. And glasses, and you know, yeah, we have paper cups and paper dishes, but then, you know, you have to get rid of that stuff too, whereas washing a few dishes and glasses really takes no time at all. And now that Mark can use his barbecue there, I don't know if you know, but you cannot use a barbecue in an apartment building. But since he can use his barbecue there, less pots for me to wash too, which is awesome. Now I did bring a minimal amount of cast iron down there. Maybe I'll bring a few more pieces. I certainly have enough of them here. And well, we'll see what happens. So that's the update for now. Really not much going on. We'll be spending more time in the garden. And yes, I'm really enjoying the fact that the asparagus that I planted a few years ago is starting to bear fruit. Anyway, this is Tony from Her Homestead Skills, and that's it for now, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.